and welcome back to Jazz Biz Buzz. I'm your host Andilib, and as promised, we are bringing you a new industry today. Today, we'll be engaging in conversation with Ms. Syeda Sosan Fatima, co-founder and CEO of Kam Kaj. Kam Kaj is a really interesting platform that's making so many lives easier in Karachi and Lahore. So let's start. Assalamu alaikum, Fatma. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you so much. So, Fatma, begin by telling us a little about your professional journey, how you started, and how you've gotten to start this Kam Kaj startup.
Okay, so I and my husband established an IT company in 2012, and being a business working woman, I used to face a lot of problem in getting any help, domestic or corporate service help. So I started to research about it to get any help in the service industry, and observed that there was a huge gap in the market about it. So in 2018, in the end of 2017, we launched Kam Kaj, and we established Kam Kaj, and this is how we started. I'm running an IT company, and in 2017, I started Kam Kaj as well.
Oh, that's very nice.
Thank
You're
you.
also running an IT company, which is very interesting.
Yeah, it is.
So does that become like a backbone for Kam Kaj as well?
Yes, earlier the motivation was to provide a platform to customers and service provider where they can collaborate and we can resolve the basic needs issues for corporate and residential customers. So the idea was to just be the middleman as an IT firm and provide a platform to customers and service providers. Yes.
Right. Right. So let's talk a little about the operating model. Because I'm sure most of the people in Karachi and Lahore might already be aware of what Kam Kaj does. But let's just talk about how it operates, how it employs people, and how the entire value chain works.
So when we launched Kam Kaj in 2017, the earlier business model was that, as I told you, that being an IT firm, having an IT background firm, I just decided to provide the platform. But then I realized a year after launching Kam Kaj that the quality was getting compromised, and I thought to bring a major change in the business model. By not working with any third-party vendor and hiring all the staff on company's payroll.
Wow.
So we brought this change. We brought a major change in our business model. And in 2018, we hired all the staff on company's payroll. Then we built workshops and started training our staff so we can achieve the quality with, resolving customers' issues as well.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's very nice. So let's talk a little about the technology background for Kam Kaj. We have witnessed in the recent past that there were so many technology startups that came into being, and then all of a sudden they lost their funding and they had to shut down their operations. So let's talk about a little bit of the survival of the technology startups that have emerged in Pakistan over the years. Some of them have sustained really well. So do you think that there is a reason why the startups that have gone out of business for, or do you think it was just because they could not understand the demands of the market?
Honestly, according to me, I think tech aids businesses. It does not resolve their all problems. You need to highlight the problems right at the time, and then you need to resolve it as well. So I find that there is a market, there is a gap. People are not utilizing IT in true sense.
Yeah.
Right. So now if I tell you that the background that we have developed a ERP, customized ERP system, whenever the businesses processes were coming and we were dealing them accordingly. So we have developed a customized system where, a customer can place multiple orders and we are doing the dispatching in it. And then on the other side, as I told you, having an IT background, I took maximum benefits from it. We developed a customer app where customer can avail the services, corporate and residential customers can avail the services through their fingertips. And then we have also developed an app for our professionals, our staff as well, where we are educating them, where we are giving them training, where we are tracking them as well. Because it's not only about the quality, we are sending the staff, the labor staff to people's house.
Yeah.
It's not easy at all. It's a huge
Absolutely.
pressure. So we are tracking them by our app. So, and we are
Some kind of rating system from the customers.
yeah, rating system as well, and then we are measuring and monitoring their productivity as well.
Wow.
So you know, it's not about IT only, but you should use it at its maximum, you know. So you will definitely get results from it. So any problem which used to come, I used to develop a special feature to resolve the issue. I cannot blame IT that, you know, it was the reason of any startup getting shut down or anything, because I have availed, I got maximum benefits from the IT. So you would see I can give a huge success reason to my IT team, my IT staff who has developed this system. So yeah.
Absolutely. So let's talk a little about ecosystems. We've seen that, you know, to be able to provide a holistic amount of services, you have to have like an ecosystem of different companies coming together and supporting each other, coming into partnerships and supporting each other in several ways. So tell me, how have you leveraged the services of other digital companies or telecom companies into your own arena?
As you can see that, you know, we are here in Jazz office, and it's very nice to be working with them from past like 5 to 6 years now, and it's a mutual business thing, I would say, because Kam Kaj is availing Jazz services from past 5 years, and it's very good to see that Jazz is also availing services from Kam Kaj. So it's a very nice, you know, mutual business thing, and that's.
So Fatma, I think I speak for all women, all working women at least, when I say that Kam Kaj is one of those startups that's really close to my heart, because the kind of problems it's solving, they are really, you know, helping working women continue doing their jobs and making their lives easier as well. So a little bit about the disruptive model of, you know, working. Traditionally we see कि आप बाहर जाते हैं मार्केट में जाके आप प्लम्बर भी पकड़ के लाते हैं, then you go and you find somebody like that as well. But generally अगर आप देखें तो Kam Kaj is basically disrupting that kind of a model, and it's basically bringing it to a digital and electronic ecosystem. So how did you cope up with that kind of a challenge?
Actually, for me, the biggest motivation was that I myself was looking for a company like Kam Kaj, and this was my pain. And this is basically the idea came from, because I used to look forward for many services, और मुझे नहीं मिलती थी market में. So मुझे लगता है Kam Kaj is a company which is actually resolving B2B and B2C customers' problem, essential problems, जो उनको daily life में you know they feel it, right? मेरे अपने घर में, I would tell you, या मेरे अपने office में Kam Kaj is always there, and this is the biggest motivation that if you need any plumber and you are अब वो थोड़ा सा, you know, there was a time where people used to go to the Kiryana store, and it was replaced with the super you know, super stores, and getting products under one roof idea. So same I would relate Kam Kaj to the same model. Now we should move towards we should move this thing to services as well, you know, the super store idea of the services. So if you would see कि Kam Kaj में हम multiple services के साथ हम make sure करते हैं कि जो बंदा वहाँ पे जाए, he's certified, he's, you know, technically sound, whatever the person is doing. उसके बाद उसकी police verification and everything, you know, to make sure that the security is there as well.
Yeah.
So for me, seeing my own team in my own house and office is the biggest motivation that, you know, this is a model which is actually relieving people's you know, life. So
yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So let's talk about COVID. When COVID came, a lot of businesses suffered because we had to go and work from home. Although it made my life very easy. I loved working from home. But I think these kind of businesses, they can't really run when you're working at home. Obviously, if you have a problem in your, you know, electricity problem in your house, you can't really fix it on the internet, right?
Yeah.
So you have to send a person. Did you think that your business suffered during that time, or did it boom?
Actually, I want to highlight that no, actually, Kam Kaj got a boom in COVID time, because people, were aware how to buy products online, their essential products, but they were not aware that how they are going to resolve their services issues. Like if the washing machine is out of order, they have to wash their clothes. Now, nothing is there online available. So for Kam Kaj, we got a boom in COVID's time, and definitely there was a huge dilemma. People were scared. People were not letting everyone come in the house. So our team was vaccinated. We make sure we implemented SOPs on the right of the time, that we need to make sure that our team is vaccinated at earliest priority. And then if they're visiting any customer's house, any office, then they are doing the sanitization process. They are doing the sanitization process, and alhamdulillah, I want to let you know that Kam Kaj is one of the, I can say one of the organizations which didn't observe any of COVID case in our organization. Yes, it is. So this was the SOP, and we were making it sure that every professional, every staff of the organization is following it. So we were not making SOPs, we were making sure that people are following it as well.
Yeah.
So, and by the way, we did the sanitization on the people who were, who faced COVID, and people were very relieved at that time that how we are there to resolve their issues out at the time of need. Because if your motor is out of order, you cannot do anything. You need someone to fix it out. You cannot do it yourself.
Absolutely.
So yeah, so now I would say that, in Pakistan, it's a bit difficult for the people to adopt technology so easily. We observed it when e-commerce started, people had a lot of issue. So now if we think about the services, it's the biggest obstacle or challenge. But in COVID, our life was much easier, and people understood that this is the need of the time, and this is the future of Pakistan as well. Service industry is the future of Pakistan. And
absolutely. So while we're talking about the future of Pakistan, tell me, what do you see Kam Kaj as in the future?
Honestly, right now I see Kam Kaj a great future, because right now we are providing 360 services. I want to provide as much services as possible, so it can further add value to our B2B and B2C customers. So I guess we have a great future.
Expansions are in order as well.
Yes, for sure. Because my belief is that if you're evaluating your productivity, if you are evaluating your business, you are understanding the needs of the time, definitely you will grow.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Fatma, for coming here today.
Thank you for having me. It was really nice conversation with you. I'm happy to be interviewed by a lady, which is a great
That's very
pleasure.
sweet of you. Thank you so much. I'm also very, very honored to have a female CEO in our program today. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
We will be back with another episode of Jazz Biz Buzz. Stay tuned.
Jazz Business, designed to help you grow.